You know, the first thing is to embrace, you know, your texture. That's, I think, the biggest and most important point. I think when people are born with curl or born with wave in their hair, you know, specific Latino women have a lot of hair. They've got a lot of texture in their hair, and I hate when, you know, I find it a tragedy when someone doesn't embrace that. And I think there is something wearable, you know, for everybody, whether it means cutting it shorter or whether it means taking out some of the layers. I just think that you need to make the most out of your texture. And, you know, with hairstyling, it's very specific and individual, and people should really be embracing their individual style as well as their individual culture and their individual texture. And I think it's not about, you know, fitting the mold or making yourself look like someone else's culture, but I think it's about embracing your own. You know, with the darker type of hair color, it's going to, you know, obviously leave your hair reflecting shine more so than other sort of texture. So I always tell, you know, Spanish women, it's like when you do it, if you straighten it, then really straighten it and make sure it looks really glossy and shiny. If you're going to wear it shorter, then make sure that you're wearing it at a length that will, you know, your hair will be able to retain the amount of volume that it's going to have. So sometimes, you know, Spanish women may cut their hair too short or overcolor their hair, and I think it sometimes just makes the look more dated. And I love when, you know, Spanish women specifically, you know, you're always known for having that ideal long-haired look, and really think about how your hair, if you're wearing it long, how it's draping the body, you know, and looking at things like what type of outlines you're using in order to get that beautiful effect. Don't overly layer your hair, because I think it's that type of hair that will frizz very easily if you take too much away. Think about your face shape, but also think, most important, about your profile, and look at some of the pieces in your closet and what you tend to wear. You know, it's quite normal during the winter months for your hair to feel a little bit longer. A lot of people actually cut it shorter in the summers, and I always think for Spanish women that's going to make it harder to deal with because of the humidity, because of the weather conditions. You know, in your winter months, try to wear your hair a little bit shorter, because you're probably going to be wearing more scarves. Your jackets come up a bit closer. So think of those things as well when you're choosing your look, and get a good hairdresser and get good advice. That's the best thing to do.